है, फिर अभी ऑनलाइन से वापस ऑफलाइन जा रहे हैं बच्चे. एंड दिस ट्रांजिशन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, but I'm so glad to see that many students are coping very well with the transition and they're adapting pretty well. However, we are getting so many cases of students who are worried, tense, and we get students who come and tell us, Doctor, I don't feel like studying. I'm worried about getting low marks, or I'm not sure whether I will pass, or I'm not able to focus on my studies. I cannot concentrate. I don't feel motivated enough to study. I get bored of studies. Doctor, please remove my fear. And one more gift of the pandemic is, Doctor, when exams were online, I used to cheat. Now I can't cheat. I have to appear for offline exams, and that is giving me almost panic symptoms. Then there are also worries which are expressed like, what will my parents or teachers or friends say if I don't do well, etc., etc. Parents are also very anxious. Parents keep complaining that my child is always glued to the screen, and my child doesn't want to study, and my child is irritable and angry all the time. There are fights at home over studies. There is pressure from school. And what should I do so that my child studies somehow? How will my child get admission into a future course if he or she doesn't study, etc., etc., etc. My request to you all is, in today's session, we are not going to talk any theory. We are going to talk practical stuff, and we are going to learn to relax, and we are going to learn to stay relaxed during this period so that exams become relatively stress-free. Let me tell you a secret before we begin. The best way of getting rid of exam tension is to study well. There is no other way. If you study well, you don't have tension of studies, of exams. Does this statement make you more tense? That's not my intention, however. When I say I study well, I don't mean increase the number of hours of studies, but improve the quality of your studies so that lesser number of hours is enough. Right now, the quality of your work, the quality of your studies may not be good because you're not relaxed enough and you are not aware of your tension. तो ऐसा शास्त्र ने सिद्ध किया हुआ है कि जब हम तनावग्रस्त होते हैं, अगर हमें बिल्कुल तनाव नहीं है किसी भी चीज का, तो हम वी आर नॉट बॉदर्ड, तो कुछ पढ़ी ही नहीं है पढ़ाई की, तो हम पढ़ेंगे ही नहीं. तो फिर नो टेंशन, नो परफॉर्मेंस. जैसे थोड़ा टेंशन, तनाव थोड़ा बढ़ने लगता है, तब क्या होता है, परफॉर्मेंस थोड़ा बढ़ने लगता है, क्योंकि तनाव की वजह से हम थोड़े मोटिवेट हो जाते हैं पढ़ाई के लिए और हम पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. फिर तनाव इतना बढ़ता है कि ज्यादा तनाव की वजह से हम पढ़ नहीं पाते. तो नो एंजाइटी, नो परफॉर्मेंस. ऑप्टिमम एंजाइटी, ऑप्टिमम परफॉर्मेंस. मोर टेंशन, मोर एंजाइटी, लो परफॉर्मेंस. तो आप किस जोन में अभी हैं, खुद जांच करें. So, in short, can we keep few simple goals before us during the exam time? Number one is remove fear. 2, be happy. 3, focus. 4, sleep well. And 5, have planned breaks and have something to do during the break time. These 5 goals are simple enough, right? The first one, how to remove fear. Now, as I said, many children, students, teenagers, they come to us and tell us, Doctor, I am too scared. I get panic symptoms. पेट में गोला आ जाता है, पेट में कुछ होने लगता है, छाती में धड़कन होती है, पसीना छूटता है, हाथ कांपते हैं, वगैरह वगैरह। और ये फियर जो है इतना हावी हो जाता है मेरे ऊपर कि मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता, कर नहीं सकती। तो फियर को, डर को मैं कैसे निकालूं? इट इज ridiculous to remove fear. You know why? Because fear is like darkness in a room. अगर किसी कमरे में अंधेरा हो और आप मुझे पूछ रहे हैं कि मैं कमरे से अंधेरे को कैसे निकालूं, कैसे बाहर फेंक दूं, can you throw out darkness out of a room? No. What do? You switch on the light. And how much time does it take for the darkness to disappear once you switch on the light? Just a moment. If the room has been in the dark for 100 years and you switch on the light, how much time does it take? It still takes a moment for the darkness to disappear, right? तो एक बात पर विश्वास रखिए कि अगर लाइट ऑन होता है तो अंधेरा निकल जाता है तुरंत. दैट मोमेंट डार्कनेस डिसअपियर्स. सो हैव दिस ट्रस्ट इन योर हार्ट फर्स्ट. तो हम ऐसे लाइट का इस्तेमाल करेंगे जिससे आपका अंधेरा निकल जाएगा. ऐसा कुछ लाएंगे अपने अंदर जिसकी वजह से डर निकल जाएगा. हमको डर को उठा के निकालना नहीं है, उखाड़ कर फेंकना नहीं है. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक फियर. It's absence of trust, absence of confidence, absence of relaxation, absence of love, absence of all positive things. ये जब नहीं होते हैं तब डर होता है. तो we are not going to work with the fear, we are going to work with relaxation. तो हम relaxation के साथ काम करेंगे. एंड सबसे बेहतरीन बात यह है कि दिस इज गुड न्यूज कि आप खुद रिलैक्स हो सकते हैं. अगर आप चाहो तो इसी क्षण आप रिलैक्स हो सकते हैं. एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सपीरियंस टुडे. सो वी आर वरीड अबाउट फ्यूचर ऑल द टाइम, राइट? भविष्य के बारे में हमें चिंता रहती है कि एग्जाम कैसा रहेगा, टफ रहेगा क्या, मार्क्स कैसे आएंगे, फिर रिजल्ट कैसे आएगा, फिर रिजल्ट ऐसा आएगा तो लोग क्या कहेंगे, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, है ना? तो to get rid of the future, again, you can't get rid of the future. If you are in the present, you've got rid of the future. So when you are relaxed in this moment, there is no past, there is no future. So right now, we are going to experience something which is in the present moment. हमारा शरीर होता है, मन होता है, right? Between the two, who creates troubles? Not the body, the mind. The mind always creates troubles. The mind is the one which keeps thinking, analyzing, comparing, evaluating, judging, futurizing. है ना? चिंता कहाँ पैदा होती है? मन में पैदा होती है, दिमाग में, ब्रेन में पैदा होती है, और उसके असर पूरे शरीर पर हम देखते हैं, राइट? तो एज अगेंस्ट दिस द बॉडी इज वेरी कोऑपरेटिव. आप शरीर को बोलो बैठो, शरीर बैठ जाता है, उठो उठ जाता है, सो जाओ सो जाता है, खाओ खा जाता है, राइट? सो द बॉडी इज ओबीडियंट, द माइंड इज नॉट ओबीडियंट, एंड द बॉडी इज ऑलवेज इन द प्रेजेंट टेंस. हम श्वास ले रहे हैं, इस क्षण में ले रहे हैं. वी आर ब्रीदिंग इन दिस मोमेंट, राइट? आवर हार्ट इज बीटिंग राइट नाउ इन दिस मोमेंट, राइट? सो मेरा कहने का मतलब यह है कि अगर आपको प्रेजेंट टेंस में रहना है, वर्तमान में रहना है, तो यू नीड टू ब्रिंग द माइंड वेयर योर बॉडी इज. एंड द सिंपलेस्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग दैट इज बीइंग क्लोज टू योर ब्रेथ, करेक्ट? सो अभी आप सब लोग मेरे साथ रहिए. मुझे देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, मुझे सुनने की ज्यादा जरूरत है. तो आपके स्क्रीन्स, मेरा स्क्रीन अगर आपने ऑफ कर दिया हो तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे सुनना बहुत जरूरी है. जस्ट लिसन टू द साउंड ऑफ माय वॉइस. ब्रिंग ऑल योर अटेंशन टू योर ब्रेथ. अपनी श्वास की तरफ आपका ध्यान पूरा ले आइए और देखिए गौर से श्वास कैसी चालू है. जैसी चालू है वैसी. एक श्वास अंदर आती है, फिर छोटा सा एक गैप आ जाता है, फिर श्वास बाहर जाती है, फिर और एक छोटा सा गैप आ जाता है, फिर अगली श्वास अंदर आती है. जस्ट वॉच दिस. वॉच हाउ यू आर ब्रीदिंग. डोंट चेंज एनीथिंग राइट नाउ. आई विल टेल यू. Just watch your breath the way it is. Correct? You are, when you are watching the breath, you are with your breath, and because the breath is in the present moment, you are in the present moment. आप अपनी श्वास की तरफ ध्यान दे रहे हैं क्योंकि आपकी श्वास वर्तमान क्षण में है. आप इस समय, इस क्षण में, वर्तमान में उपस्थित हैं. अब एक काम करेंगे. पुट योर राइट हैंड ऑन योर बेली. अपना दाहिना हाथ पेट पर रखिए और पुट योर लेफ्ट हैंड, आपका बायां हाथ छाती पे रखिए. और देखिए आपका कौन सा हाथ श्वास के साथ ऊपर आता है और नीचे जाता है. Which hand moves with your breath? Just watch. अगर आपका छाती वाला यानी बायां हाथ अगर ऊपर जा रहा है, that means you're breathing with your chest. अगर आपका दाहिना हाथ, राइट हैंड, पेट वाला हाथ अगर ऊपर आ रहा है श्वास के साथ, तो इसका मतलब यह है कि आप पेट से श्वास ले रहे हैं. करेक्ट? So now what we are going to do is, we are going to give rest to the muscles of the chest and we will start breathing with our belly. पेट के साथ आपको श्वास लेना है. तो जैसे श्वास अंदर आएगी वैसे आपका दाहिना हाथ ऊपर आ जाएगा और जैसे आप श्वास छोड़ेंगे आपका दाहिना हाथ नीचे आ जाएगा. When you breathe in, the right hand rises with the belly. When you breathe out, your right hand moves down with your belly. Left hand आपका नहीं हिलेगा. You are now breathing with your belly. पेट से श्वास लेना शुरू करते हैं. धीरे धीरे श्वास अंदर आती है, आपका पेट ऊपर जाता है. श्वास बाहर जाती है, आपका पेट अंदर चला जाता है. When the breath comes in, there is a small gap. It goes out. Again, there is a small gap. And this cycle continues. Be very gentle with your breath. बड़े प्यार से, सहजता से श्वास लें. पेट के साथ एक श्वास अंदर आती है, एक छोटा सा सूक्ष्म अंतराल गैप हो जाता है, फिर श्वास बाहर चली जाती है, फिर और एक सूक्ष्म अंतराल आता है, गैप आता है, फिर अगली श्वास अंदर आती है. अपने श्वास के साथ रहिए. इसी तरह से हम श्वास लेते हैं. ब्रेथ इन, ब्रेथ आउट. पेट के साथ आपका दाहिना हाथ ऊपर और नीचे आ रहा है. And now कंटिन्यू टू ब्रीथ दिस वे. इसी तरह से श्वास को जारी रखते हैं. और एक छोटी सी चीज हम करते हैं. वी ब्रिंग अ स्माइल ऑन आवर फेस. एक छोटी सी प्यारी सी मुस्कुराहट हमारे चेहरे पे हम ले आते हैं. स्माइल टू योरसेल्फ, स्माइल टू द वर्ल्ड. और ये जो मुस्कुराहट है, जो स्माइल है, सिर्फ होठों से नहीं, ऐसे फील कीजिए कि आपकी बेली से, नाभि केंद्र से वो मुस्कुराहट आ रही है, अंदर से आप स्माइल कर रहे हैं। Feel as if you're smiling with your belly and which is manifesting on your lips. अंदर से आप स्माइल कर रहे हैं। कितना अच्छा लगता है ना? जैसे आप स्माइल करेंगे, आपकी श्वास और भी रिलैक्स हो जाएगी। अभी हम पेट से श्वास ले रहे हैं। पेट से श्वास लेने का मतलब होता है आपका जो डायफ्राम नाम का मसल है, जो छाती और पेट के बीच रहता है, उसकी सहायता से आप श्वास ले रहे हैं। Let your breath become easy, slow, steady in a rhythm. अब हम एक रिदम को क्रिएट करते हैं। 4 counts in, 2 counts hold, and 6 counts out. So breathe in 4 counts, hold 2 counts, and breathe out in 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 in, 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leave. इसी रिदम को बनाए रखते हैं। हमारी श्वास पेट से चालू है, चेहरे पे बड़ी प्रसन्न मुस्कुराहट है और you're breathing 4 counts in, holding 2 and breathing out in 6 counts. Continue breathing this way. अभी आप आपकी आंखें बंद करेंगे और पूरी की पूरी तरह आपके श्वास के साथ रहेंगे। Please close your eyes and be with your breath. You're breathing in 4 counts, holding 2 counts, breathing out 6 counts. Smile on your face, breathing with your belly. And now with each breath, feel as if you are taking in positive energy. आप सकारात्मक ऊर्जा को अंदर ले रहे हैं। And with each out breath, feel as if you are throwing out all the negativity, all the tensions, all the stresses, all the worries, which at this moment you do not need. इस समय आपको किसी भी तनाव की जरूरत नहीं है। तो श्वास के साथ हम सकारात्मक ऊर्जा अंदर लेते हैं, बाहर जाती हुई श्वास के साथ हम पूरी नकारात्मकता छोड़ देते हैं। Four counts in, 2 counts hold, 6 counts out. Breathe with your belly. Smile on your face. Eyes closed. Be with your breath. Feel your breath. You are with your breath. The breath is in the present moment. and this moment is relaxed. You are completely aware of the present moment. Smile on your face. You can gently open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी आंखें खोली. आप अभी इसी क्षण वर्तमान में हैं. Yes. How's everyone feeling? Good? Happy? Relaxed? Wonderful. So you can stretch your body, maybe, right? Okay. So we saw how to relax, how to be in the present moment, right? Now, the next question is how to be happy during exams. I'll tell you a scientific truth. You know, functional MRI scans of brain have been done on people. And it has been found, you know, functional MRI scan records activity of various circuits which are happening in the brain. तो इसमें क्या होता है, फंक्शनल एमआरआई स्कैन जब दिमाग का किया जाता है तब आपकी जो मन की स्थिति है वो अलग अलग मन की स्थिति में अलग अलग एरियाज ऑफ द ब्रेन दे लाइट अप. तो दिस हैज बीन प्रूव्ड इन रिसर्च दैट व्हेन यू फील ग्रेटफुल, जब हम कृतज्ञता महसूस करते हैं अपने अंदर, some areas of the brain they light up in functional MRI, and the same areas of the brain they light up when you feel happy. तो जब हम आनंद में रहते हैं, खुशी की अवस्था में रहते हैं, तब वही एरियाज ब्रेन के प्रकाशमान होते हैं जो जब हम कृतज्ञ होते हैं तब प्रकाशमान होते हैं. इसका मतलब क्या? इफ यू वांट टू बी हैप्पी, ऑल यू नीड टू डू इज टू बी ग्रेटफुल. अगर आपको आनंद की अवस्था में रहना है तो आपको कृतज्ञ रहना है. I want to be happy. You can't just be happy, but can you be grateful? Yes. And you can be grateful for several things. अभी ये टेक्नोलॉजी आपके लिए है, उपलब्ध है. Who had thought 2 years ago कि हम इतने सारे लोगों के साथ एक दूसरे के साथ हम कम्युनिकेट कर पाएंगे, right? So be grateful for everything that you have. लेकिन एक टेक्निक के तौर पे हम एक प्रैक्टिस ऐसा करेंगे, you will be grateful to something which you always have, which you have almost taken for granted. You know what that is? Can you guess what that is? Anybody?
Your breath.
A breath, okay. And Is it just the breath?
Your life?
Life. Okay, life is too big. Something which is very much your own. Okay, I am referring to the body. The body that you have. Correct? अपना जो शरीर है वो हमारे लिए 24 घंटे काम कर रहा है. कभी हमने ऐसा सोचा है कि थैंक यू माय बॉडी, थैंक यू माय हैंड्स, थैंक यू माय फीट, थैंक यू माय lungs, thank you my heart, thank you my belly, thank you my brain, thank you all my organs? So today we are going to practice a small session on being grateful to the body. Correct? So एक काम करते हैं, पहले हमको शरीर को रिलैक्स करना है और शरीर को रिलैक्स करने के पहले आपको रिलैक्सेशन और टेंशन में जो फर्क है वो मैं समझा देता हूं. सब लोग अपनी मुट्ठी टाइट, क्लोज योर फिस्ट वेरी टाइटली एंड होल्ड इट लाइक दिस. hold it, 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 hold it. How long can you hold it? Not a very long time, right? Now leave it gently. How do you feel? Good, ना? तो ये है टेंशन और ये है रिलैक्सेशन. दिस इज टेंशन, दिस इज रिलैक्सेशन. समझ गए? सो नाउ what we will do is, for a moment we will tense all our body. पूरे स्नायु मसल्स टाइट कीजिए एक कुछ सेकंड्स के लिए. टाइट, एकदम टाइट, एकदम टाइट. एंटायर बॉडी टाइट 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 टाइट. And leave. Breathe out and just leave. And now close your eyes. Sit or lie down comfortably. Maybe you could sit in a reclined position if you want. And be with the sound of my voice. What we are going to do in this technique is we will thank all our body parts one by one, starting with our feet. So we begin with thanking the feet. So thank your body, starting with your feet. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And bring all your attention to your feet. अपने पैरों की तरफ ध्यान ले आइए और अंदर से कहिए अपने पैरों से थैंक यू सो मच. Thank you so much. Thank you, my feet. You have been working for me all these years. I've never thanked you. Please allow me to thank you. Thank you, my ankles. Thank you, my calf muscles. Thank you, my knees. अपने पैरों के अलग अलग हिस्सों को आप धन्यवाद दे रहे हैं. A big thank you, a real genuine big thank you to all your body parts one by one. So thank you, my knees. Thank you, my thighs. Thank you, my hips. Thank you, my pelvic organs. Thank you, my abdomen, पेट के सारे organs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, stomach, intestines, and all the other structures inside the abdomen. They're working for us 24/7. Please take this opportunity to thank all the body organs. किसी को कोई बीमारी होगी, किसी को कोई डिसेबिलिटी होगी, किसी को कोई तकलीफ होती होगी, फिर भी शरीर हमेशा दुरुस्त रहने की कोशिश करता है अपनी तरफ से. So please thank your body parts. Thank the organs in the chest. Thank you, my lungs. Thank you, my heart. Thank you, my neck, my throat. Please take all your attention to the body part. Feel that part and say thank you. Thank you very much. You have been working for me all these years. Please, please, please allow me to thank you. And thank you, my shoulders. Thank you, my arms. Thank you, my elbows. Thank you, my forearms. Thank you, my wrists. Thank you, my palms. And my fingers. Thank you. Thank you. You have been working for me. I have never thanked you before. Please allow me to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Start thanking your spine from below upwards. रीढ़ की हड्डी को धन्यवाद देते हैं. लोअर स्पाइन, रीढ़ का नीचे वाला हिस्सा है, उसको थैंक्स बोलते हैं, धन्यवाद देते हैं. मिडिल स्पाइन, अपर स्पाइन, neck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my spine. You have been supporting me so much for so many years. Please allow me to thank you. And thank you. The back of my head, the sides of my head, the front of my head, my ears, my nose, my throat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the eyes. Thank you so much. All my dear organs, thank you so much. And the most important organ, the brain. Thank you, my brain. You have been working for me every single moment of my life, right from the time I was born. I never thanked you. Please allow me to thank you. Please accept my thanks. मेरा धन्यवाद स्वीकार करें. Thank you. Thank you so much. immune system. And all the glands which produce hormones. मेरे पूरे शरीर की blood vessels. Say a big thank you to all the structures, nerves, lymphatic system, everything. पूरे शरीर को हम धन्यवाद देते हैं. पूरे शरीर को धन्यवाद देते हैं. After having thanked different body parts, look at the body as a whole from inside. हम अपनी अंदर की नजर से अपना एक शरीर का स्कैन करते हैं ऊपर से नीचे तक, from top to bottom, inside, outside, left to right, and say to your body, my dear body, you have been a real gift of nature. I was taking you for granted. It's so beautiful that I'm able to thank you. And now, with this feeling of gratitude, just see how you're feeling. When you thank your body genuinely, सच्चे दिल से हम जब धन्यवाद देते हैं पूरे शरीर को, कैसा महसूस होता है? उस फीलिंग को देखिए. Watch the feeling. Feel in touch with your body. When you feel you are in touch with the body, how do you feel? You feel happy, you feel calm, you feel relaxed. And the body also then responds to you. फिर शरीर भी अपने साथ सहकार करने लगता है. अगर आपके शरीर में कहीं पर तकलीफ है, दर्द है, डिफिकल्टी है, कोई भी तनाव है, तो प्लीज प्लीज से थैंक यू टू योर बॉडी. डू नॉट से oh my god this headache. Never say that. Say thank you to that part. Take all your attention to that body part and say thank you to that part. And this technique you can do any time of the day, for any duration. If you do this before bedtime, अगर आप सोने के पहले शरीर को धन्यवाद देते हैं जैसा हमने अभी किया, आपकी नींद की क्वालिटी सुधर जाएगी. Your body will rest in gratitude, in a state of relaxation, in a state of happiness, which is so important to our day-to-day life, not just for our exams. So धीरे धीरे आंखें खोलिए और देखिए अपना शरीर कितना स्वस्थ लग रहा है. शरीर को थोड़ा स्ट्रेच करते हैं. थोड़ी अपनी तरफ देखते हैं इर्द गिर्द. वही अपना कमरा है, वही घर है. अंदर से कुछ बदलाव महसूस करते हैं. करेक्ट? Nothing has changed outside. Something has changed inside us, right? Correct? And what did we do? Anything difficult? Not at all. Something very simple. Correct? You want to have a glass of water? Let's take a minute's break only to have a glass of water and come back.
Sir, didn't feel like opening my eyes.
Yes, I know. Wonderful. So now we will do something. See, these are all experiments which we are doing with our own body, right? And bringing the mind where the body is. Students tell me we're not able to concentrate, we're not able to focus. And as I said, some students, they come and tell me, I have a fear that I might forget because I'm too saturated, I'm blocked. ये ब्लॉक कहाँ महसूस होता है? दिमाग में, राइट? सो इट्स द ब्रेन, इट्स द हेड, जहां पे हम ये ब्लॉक महसूस करते हैं. सो इट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो कि हमारे शरीर में वी हैव डिफरेंट सेंटर्स. तो ये हेड का जो सेंटर है ना, ये हेड का सेंटर है, दिस ऑलवेज प्रोड्यूसेस टेंशन. Today, let us explore some other centers of the body which do not produce tension but which help us relax. So in the next technique, what we're going to do is we're going to experience the heart center. I do not mean the anatomical heart which pumps blood. I'm not talking about that organ of the body which pumps blood. I'm only talking about the heart area, the chest area. So what we are going to do now is we will bring all our attention, all our awareness from the head to the heart. Correct? So are you ready? Ready for the next technique? Yes? Okay. So again, we begin with the same thing. Tense your body totally. Tighten up all your muscles. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, and leave. Breathe out. And then close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, bring your attention to your chest area, the area between your armpits, and feel that this area is getting filled with peace. There is peace in this area. Feel peace. Feel peace. Feel peace. अपने छाती के एरिया में, हृदय के एरिया में शांति को महसूस करें. और ऐसा महसूस करते हैं कि अपनी चेस्ट एरिया में, छाती में एक खुला आकाश है. Feel that there is an open sky There's an open sky. There's an open sky in your chest. There's an open sky, pure, innocent, बड़ा निर्दोष निराकार आकाश, unpolluted. This sky begins in your heart and expands outward. It begins in your heart and expands outwards. It expands on and on and on. It expands on and on and on. Feel the sky empty, open. Endlessly empty. And feel as if it is radiating from your heart outside. All the things that happen to you come through this space. Your tensions, your worries, your stresses, your thoughts, your feelings, situations, people, everything that's around you, everything that's inside you, they pass through this space, in and out. आपके साथ जो भी घट रहा है इसी अवकाश से गुजरता है, अंदर बाहर। आपके विचार, आपके फीलिंग्स, भावनाएं, आपके पूरे तनाव, आपकी चिंताएं, आशंकाएं, जो भी है इसी अवकाश से गुजरती है, अंदर बाहर। Like clouds in the sky, जैसे आसमान में बादल आते हैं, मंडराते हैं, छा जाते हैं, फिर चले जाते हैं, अपने आकार बदलते हैं। Clouds which come and go, which pass through the sky, change their forms, their shapes, their colors. They're moving all the time, randomly. They do not have an existence of their own. They just come and go. But just remember one thing, that the clouds never touch the sky. The sky is always beyond the clouds. ये बादल जो आते हैं, जाते हैं, घूमते हैं, ये बादल आसमान में मंडराते जरूर है, लेकिन आसमान को छूते नहीं हैं, छू भी नहीं सकते। So you are the sky. आप वो आसमान हैं। आपके तनाव है, आपके विचार हैं, आपकी चिंताएं हैं, वे सब बादल हैं। उनको आने दो, जाने दो, घूमने दो अपनी मर्जी से। हमें उनसे कोई लेना देना नहीं। We have nothing to do with the clouds. We are the sky. disturb the sky. बादल आसमान को छूते नहीं हैं, डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर पाते हैं. This sky has seen several things happening, several difficulties, several troubles. The sky is untouched. Feel your heart opening even more. महसूस करें कि आपका अंतर का अवकाश और भी खुला हो रहा है, खुल रहा है पूरी तरह से. विचार आते हैं, आने दीजिए, जाने दीजिए, आप कोई लेना देना नहीं. डोंट आइडेंटिफाई विथ योर थॉट्स. उनको पकड़िए मत, देखिए सिर्फ दूर से, जैसे हम बादलों को देखते हैं. अरे ऐसा भी विचार आता है मेरे मन में, अरे ऐसा भी विचार आ सकता है, अरे ऐसा, अच्छा ये विचार है, ओके ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, मुझे कोई लेना देना नहीं उससे. I am the sky and I'm watching the clouds come and go, pass by. So they are just visitors which come and go. They disappear into the sky. धीरे 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 चले जाते हैं. अपने विचारों को, अपने मन के सिवाय दूसरा कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है. याद रखिए, our thoughts do not have any existence beyond our mind. In this vast space, several things happen, but in this space, clouds disappear. This is the space that belongs to us all the time. This is the space we were born with. So when you're feeling saturated in your head, immediately come to this space and be the sky and watch the clouds come and go and disappear. Keep embracing this space. And now slowly you can come back into your chest again. छाती की तरफ वापस आते हैं. And slowly you can open your eyes. How's everyone doing? Good? Wow, great. So, हमने पूरा फोकस हेड से हार्ट तक हम ले आए, राइट? अभी लास्ट जो टेक्निक हम करेंगे उसमें हम फोकस और भी नीचे जाएंगे, थोड़े गहरे जाएंगे, और then we will end today's session. And we need to remember one thing, कि all these spaces in the body, they belong to us. अपनी पूरी मालकियत उन जगहों पर है. The only thing is we need to use them, discover them, and use them to relax. एक बात मैं बताना चाहूंगा आपसे कि हम जो भी चीजें करते हैं ना रिलैक्सेशन के लिए, वो हम दिमाग से ही करते हैं. हम टीवी देखते हैं या मूवी देखते हैं या गेम्स खेलते हैं या मोबाइल पे चैटिंग करते हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे जो भी करते हैं, ये सभी चीजें हम दिमाग से करते हैं. और दिमाग ही अभी एग्जाम के सीजन में या स्ट्रेस में दिमाग ऊब गया है, तनावग्रस्त है. तो इस स्पेस से हमें हटना है. रिमेंबर दैट we need to use our body as a stress buster, and the body is a great stress buster. The mind is the troublemaker. So shift from the mind to the body is what I'm suggesting, right? And the last technique now is a very simple short technique. हमारा और एक केंद्र है, और एक सेंटर है. जैसा हेड मैंने बताया, हार्ट बताया, हार्ट के नीचे जो सेंटर है हमारा नाभि केंद्र जो है, बेली जो है, नाभि केंद्र, navel, 2 inches below the navel there is a place which is called hara in Japanese. It's called hara. नाभि केंद्र कहते हैं उसको. तो नाभि केंद्र पे हम अपना ध्यान लाएंगे. So feel this area yourself. अपनी नाभि केंद्र के 2 इंच पहले का एरिया उंगलियों से फील करें. 2 इंच नीचे, नाभि केंद्र के नीचे, 2 inches below the navel. Please feel with your fingers. Gently massage that area with your fingers and keep your focus there. And what we are going to do now is we are going to bring all our attention to the hara, to this spot 2 inches below the navel. नाभि केंद्र के 2 इंच नीचे जो स्पॉट है उसकी तरफ हम अपना पूरा ध्यान लाएंगे. So please close your eyes. और पूरी शरीर की ऊर्जा, the entire body's energy, withdraw it from everywhere and bring it to that point of hara. So withdraw all the energy from the head, the limbs, the rest of the body, chest, back. पूरी ऊर्जा नाभि केंद्र के 2 इंच नीचे जो हिस्सा है हारा के ऊपर स्थित करते हैं. Focus on the hara. अंदर से पूरी तरह से, अंदर से पूरी तरह से focus on your hara, on a single point. एक बिंदु पर आपका ध्यान पूरा ले आए. आपकी श्वास चालू है पेट से. आप हारा को अंदर से महसूस कर रहे हैं, नाभि केंद्र अंदर से महसूस कर रहे हैं. Focus completely on that point. Focus completely on that point. Go deep. Go deeper and deeper and deeper. As deep as you can. On to the hara. This point is like the center of a cyclone. जैसा कोई तूफान बाहर चालू है लेकिन अंदर केंद्र जो है वो बिल्कुल स्थिर है और उस केंद्र में आप स्थित हैं अभी। बाहर कितना भी बवंडर हो, कितना भी तूफान हो, there is turmoil outside, but you are centered in your hara, steady, focused, and stable. Stay focused. Breathe with your belly. पेट से श्वास जारी रखें और ध्यान अंदर से पूरा हारा की तरफ एक सिंगल पॉइंट पर आप फोकस्ड रहें। श्वास को बाहर फेंकते चले जाएं, धीरे 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 श्वास को बाहर फेंकते चले जाएं। श्वास को पूरी तरह से बाहर फेंकें और अपनी आंखें खोलें। Throw out all your breath. Open your eyes. In this moment, nothing is happening inside you. Just look around. Everything else is the same. Something's changed inside you, right? Okay, so these are some of the techniques that we practice today, experience today. It's all about experiencing. Spirituality is all about experiencing. There is no theory in spirituality, according to me. There are several other things which students and even parents can do. You can laugh more. You can dance. You can jog, run. You can do any form of high intensity exercise. Plan your breaks and do some of these things during the breaks, which will keep you relaxed. Do the gratitude technique and this Hara technique at night so that your sleep becomes deep and of a good quality. Correct? So, wish you all the best. All the students, parents, teachers. Holi is coming up. So, wish you a very safe, happy Holi. And also, let each moment be a moment of celebration for all of you. And also wishing you all the best for your exams. Just remember, the best way to get rid of exam tension is to study well. So study well, stay focused, stay relaxed, stay aware. When you are studying, don't think of exams. When you are writing exams, don't think of results. Correct? So be in the present moment. And I'm sure some of these techniques that we experienced today will help you. I once again thank IMA, Spiritual Committee, and MPH. Thank you, Dr. Archana Pate, Dr. Meena, for all your efforts. Thank you so much. And thanks to everybody for participating in today's session.
Sir, it was wonderfully relaxing. I mean, no, it was wonderfully relaxing. And we are reading the messages, sir, which are coming in. I mean, people have found it so relaxing. So, yes.
I'm glad. Yes.
I'm sure people can follow it in day-to-day life, and as and when they want, they can see the session again on the YouTube. This session has gone live on YouTube, so people will be able to see the recording as and when they want, and they can do it again and again with you as and when they want to do it. So thank you so much, sir. Can we please put the forum open for question and answer, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so we invite questions from any of the audiences. If anybody wants to ask any question, you can raise your hand over here and I'll invite you one by one to ask your question. If you want, you can put it in the chat box also, and I can take it up for you. So either which ways is okay. So please do come forward and ask your questions. As sir rightly said, there is no shortcut to studying. I mean, though we mean this session for students, this session is equally helpful to anybody who's attended it, because in our day-to-day life, we are so high-strung and we are so stressed out, and there's not a single person I feel is without stress. The only thing is we have to understand that we are stressed out and we need to do something to remove that stress and relax a while, because probably we cannot change the circumstances around us, but we can respond to circumstances in a different manner and we can feel differently. As sir rightly said, it's all about what we allow to come within us or what we feel within us. Probably that can change the way we feel or the kind of response that our body gives to the stresses around us. So please do ask your questions, and definitely I think sir will be very happy to answer that. So anybody wants to ask any question?
Hope my paper is easy.
I wanted to ask you, I mean, when we guide these students as to when can they do it? I mean, how often in the daytime, or it has to be, before going for their exam? How do exactly they do these?
Right. Now, see, these are some of the techniques which are, now I said these are techniques which are based on the body.
Right.
So, breathing techniques, I mean, all these things are always available to us 24/7. So we practice some of these things on a day-to-day basis, right? Number one, so that, at the last minute, you can't expect the body to learn to relax. So we need some relaxation practice on a day-to-day basis. All that I find students doing is, gaming or chatting or being on the social media, which is a pseudo relaxation. It's not really relaxation. What we experience today is true relaxation, because scientifically it relaxes the body. It increases what is called a vagal tone.
Yes.
A nerve in the body which travels from the brain to the entire body, right up till the abdomen. And this is the system. There is something called parasympathetic system. So remember that whenever we are anxious and tense, the sympathetic tone is very high. And when we are relaxed and calm, the parasympathetic tone is high. So what we do in these techniques is we increase our parasympathetic nervous system tone. The vagal tone is increased. And that's how, so we need to train the body into relaxation. Just as you go to the gym and train your muscles to work. Suddenly, if you lift up 15 kilos, you're not going to make it, right? So something similar with relaxation. So practice relaxation on a day-to-day basis. And then you can do it. See, all these techniques are flexible with respect to time. You have 5 minutes, okay, do 5 minutes of abdominal breathing. That's enough. Or you have some pain here, okay, maybe just offer gratitude to the hand and relax inside. That will help. So these are all techniques which are flexible with respect to time. However, the gratitude and hara techniques are particularly useful at night before you go to bed, so that the quality of sleep improves. Just before the exams, you could do it. During the exams, if you get stuck with a question, you're struggling to get an answer, you feel you've forgotten, bring your focus from the head to the heart, to the hara. And forget everything right now. Just be with yourself. And once you relax, maybe the brain recovers and you get the answer. I've seen this happening. So please trust me.
Absolutely, sir. As you rightly said, our bodies, whenever it is under a lot of stress, there's a lot of tension, and you really cannot do or cannot focus on the things around you. At times, you may just be helped by closing your eyes and relaxing your mind a little bit, and probably everything will just fall in place at that point in time. So, yes, children, please calm yourselves. Exam is a stressful time. A little bit of stress, as sir rightly said, will help you in studying and preparing for your exams. It's not that, you don't need to be stressed out at all. A little bit of stress is necessary for preparing for the exams. But if any of the stress is bringing a lot of anxiety to you, a lot of, different kind of feelings in you, some depression, then definitely you must do these relaxation techniques which can calm down your anxiety. So I now invite questions. We've got 3 people who have raised their hands. So first one is Vihan Pawar. I'm asking you to unmute yourself. Please ask your question, Vihan.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for letting me unmute. Doctor, actually had a question that, now, suppose in the morning before going for an exam, we do all these relaxation techniques. But when we reach the exam hall, there's this feeling that comes over you when you enter the hall. Like, you get scared. So, but you don't have enough time to do all these techniques then. So, doctor, what do we do then?
Correct. Now, you don't have to do all the techniques before the exam. You just practice, get acquainted with one technique which really relaxes you. Now, we discussed, we saw about 3-4 techniques. Which one did you enjoy the most? So start practicing that every day. That's one. Secondly, just before the exam, the breathing technique is the easiest to do because you are breathing 24/7, right? So just relax your breath, start breathing with your belly. When you reach the exam hall, breathe with your belly. Nobody will come to know whether you're breathing with your chest or your belly. You will know, right? So there's nothing to be done there. Just train yourself to breathe with your abdomen, with your belly, with your diaphragm. पेट से हम जब श्वास लेते हैं तब हमारी श्वास रिलैक्स होती है and there is a feedback between the breathing and the mind. When the breath relaxes, the mind relaxes. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हम माइंड को रिलैक्स करने की कोशिश करते हैं. माइंड को छोड़िए. Mind has no other business except thinking and worrying. Correct? The mind is a very useful organ only when needed. Otherwise, it's a useless organ. Please remember that. हमारे हाथ पैर कुछ काम करते हैं, माइंड कुछ, जब हम, when you're solving a problem, when you're writing an exam, when you're planning work, mind is a beautiful thing. Left to itself, it's disastrous. Remember that. So do not give in to the mind. Be with your body. So bring your focus from the mind to the body, relax your breath, start breathing with your belly. The moment you anticipate any tension, any stress, एग्जाम हॉल में जा रहे हैं, पेपर अभी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होने वाला है, आप प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हैं, अरे बाप रे क्या होगा, ये अरे बाप रे क्या होगा माइंड कह रहा है, बॉडी नहीं कह रही है. बॉडी मसल्स आर रेडी टू राइट. बॉडी इज इन अ स्टांस, बॉडी इज प्रिपेयर्ड. All you need to do is to relax your breath, so that the mind relaxes, and then the mind cooperates with the body. The mind is very uncooperative. Mind ulti disha mein ja raha hai aapka. You are appearing for the exam. Mind bol raha hai, "Arey, tu fail ho jayegi." Nonsense. You are not going to fail. And then convincing, no, I'm not going to fail. No, the mind again says, no, you're going to fail. Get out of this nonsense. Come to your breath, which is all the time available to you. Breathe with your belly. Learn to relax. Learn to breathe with your belly. And this, I'm sure you'll be able to relax doing this.
Great, absolutely great, sir. Because, beta, what happens is probably, when you are overthinking too much and you do these relaxation techniques, your entire thought process, probably will be going away, and your focus will go onto your belly as with the belly breathing. Second thing, as sir rightly said, your parasympathetic system will be stimulated, and your physical problems like palpitations or tremors or, that anxiety which you start feeling will start going down. And we had one session last time with Dr. Harish Shetty also, and he gave one very beautiful message for the children, which I'd like to repeat over here. When you have the paper in your hand, please do not, because generally your teachers tell you to first, within those 30 minutes, read up the whole paper and then decide what you know first and what you don't. So rather than when you are appearing for your higher exams and you are scared that, probably you may not know the answer, just go with the flow. Start writing from question 1, because if you see the paper, you are likely to get scared and you may forget even what you know. So just go with the flow when you start with the paper and just relax. So I now invite Hina Shah to ask her question. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask from where I can get this music.
Oh, this any soft relaxing music, it's available anywhere. You just, for your own purpose, YouTube, you can go on to this relaxing music. I have this music from the world of Osho because I'm a trained facilitator in Osho meditations. But on YouTube, you can get your favorite music, which is not really, if you want to dance, have a jingchak wala music and then dance to it. Okay, you want to just relax, play some soft music and you relax. It's available anywhere. No specific music is required for this.
I now invite Kimaya Pevekar to ask a question. Kimaya, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
So I've found that mostly on the previous day of the exam, I kind of tricked myself into thinking that, if I revise everything from start to end, I would be better equipped to answer the exam than I would be if I don't do it. But somehow that kind of ends up with the information kind of getting mixed up and me just overwhelming myself with the sheer volume of portion there is. So how can you kind of convince yourself that you are equipped to give the exam without actually doing everything from start to end?
Correct. So what is happening here? You are not ready to trust yourself with what you have done earlier. Correct? Right? So I would suggest 2 things. Number 1, when you are preparing for your exams, mark all the things which you definitely want to read at the last minute. Now, when you study. And at the last minute, you will do only that much, nothing more. So the stress is less, number 1. Secondly, practice these relaxation techniques. And at the time of exams, just before exams, your body is trained into relaxation. See, you are trying to convince. So again, it's the head trying to convince the head. One part of your head fighting the other part of the head. This head to head is not going to work. Bring your focus from the head below to your heart, to your hara. Stay relaxed. Learn to relax. That will give you a lot of trust. You will start trusting yourself more. You can just put your hand on your chest, feel peace there and say to yourself, nothing doing, I trust myself. No matter what, I trust myself. And let this resonate within yourself. I trust myself. I trust myself. वो मूवी में देखा था ना, all is well, right? 3 Idiots में था शायद ना?
Yes, yes.
Correct. So more important, so maybe at night you could do this small exercise of affirmation that I trust myself completely. I know I am going to do my best. I am going to stay aware and relaxed. These kinds of positive affirmations every night before going to bed also help. So you could try some of these things. Yeah. Ma'am, you're mute.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. There's a question, sir, in the chat box. What to do when in the middle of the exam if I go blank and I get scared? I mean, it's a repetition, but still, sir, because it is an exam time, and it would be great if you could guide the student.
I'll tell you, the single most reason why you forget, you go blank, is because you are overwhelmed with stress. The moment you realize you're going blank, stop struggling, because struggle will increase your anxiety and you will be further away from the answer then. So it's exactly the opposite. You know, we have been trained to fight all the time. Fighting doesn't help all the time. What helps is letting go, relaxing. We tried this, closing the fist and then relax. So let go, relax. Right now, I'm not getting the answer. Maybe I stop struggling with it, relax my breath, be with my chest, be with my hara, exhale out deeply, breathe out, and stop struggling. Even if I don't get the answer right now, it's okay. The moment I'm relaxed, the struggle stops, the saturation goes away, and the answer pops up. The answer is not gone anywhere. It's not available to you because it's surrounded by something. Remember that. Correct? So the only way to declutter is to relax. The key is with you. Remember that. Again and again, I'm telling you, this is the key. Don't work with your mind when you are tense. Work with your body. The message is stop using the mind all the time when you are tense. Use the body all the time when you are tense. And the body will help you to relax. Okay.
It's probably the same thing, you know, when even at home, there are so many times when you just forget at a particular point in time. If a question is just asked to you, you know, you may not just remember at that point in time. And the harder you try to find answer to the question, the more that question and the answer will evade you. The moment you are relaxed and you're not thinking about that particular question, the answer will just pop up, you know. So this happens to us in day-to-day life. So probably this is what sir is trying to tell everybody, that during the exam, what happens is you find a particular question which is scaring you, you get scared, you start thinking more and more about it, and the answer will just evade you. Just leave that space, move forward to the next question, start writing without taking stress of the question which you don't know. And the moment your other questions are going easily, you know, somewhere that answer will pop up and you can always go back and write that question. So probably that's what your teachers tell you, that if you do not know a particular answer, rather than stressing upon it, move ahead and come back to that question at the end of the paper. So probably that is what you can do. And beta, don't get scared. Exams are not going to eat you up. Okay, exams are there basically to just move us one step ahead. Okay, and that one step ahead will be there, you know. It's not going to just pull you back for your lifetime. Nobody asks us today when we have done our MD or something that what marks did we get in our 10th and our 12th. So nobody asks that and nobody remembers. Okay, so do not put yourself under so much stress. Yes, it is one step ahead. You want better marks, then you will have to give in a little bit of more efforts, because our exams in India are mark based. So that is the only thing which you have to focus upon. But let your minds be easy and relaxed, and you will definitely do very, very, very good in exams. Just have that confidence on yourself. Invite Galaxy A30. I do not know the name. Galaxy A30. I'm asking you to unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Ask your question. Galaxy A30.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning, dear. Please ask your question.
Actually, ma'am, my mother, when she takes tension, she did not sleep well. Her eyes will become full red because of tension, and she will not eat anything, and she will get ill during she take tension. She takes tension.
Okay. So this is what happens to us when we are stressed out, right? सभी के साथ ऐसा होता है ना, जब हम टेंस होते हैं तब ऐसा हो जाता है अपने साथ. तो क्या करना है? एंजाइटी की जो मैनेजमेंट है, मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एंजाइटी इज ऑन 3 लेवल्स. 1, अगर बहुत ही शारीरिक तकलीफ हो रही है तो मे बी यू नीड टू सी अ डॉक्टर एंड टेक मेडिसिन इफ इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. Second is behavioral. That means learning to relax. That's what we did today. So practicing some of these things. And third is working with your thoughts and feelings, which is the third thing, which is very, very difficult. Working with your relaxation, using your body is pretty easy. So remember that you can work with your body, but if it is too bad, if your sleep is badly disturbed, if you're not eating well, if you're falling sick, if there are physical symptoms, it's best to see a doctor. Correct?
Yes, so I hope that answers your question, dear. Yes, Vihan, you want to ask another question? Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask another question that now all of you said that when we are solving the questions in our exams, and when we get to a difficult question, we should just leave it and go ahead. But what if at the end of the exam we're writing the other answers that we know about, we're writing them elaborately, and we took a lot of time writing them. So there's not a lot of time left right now, and we still haven't got the answer, and like we don't even have time to do the smallest of things, right? Like the concentrating, breathing, whatnot, because every second is important. So what do we do then?
Isn't this anxiety all over the place? If you get a solution, you will say, but if this fails, then what will I do? You are given another solution, then you ask, but if that fails, what will I do? Why are you doing this to yourself? All you need to do is to trust yourself. Number 1. What you know best, you will be able to write best. If there is something that you have not prepared well, accept that, okay, this is not the best that I'm going to attempt. So you also need to develop some acceptance about how much you have prepared. Correct? This acceptance combined with trust will help you. Do not keep discouraging yourself all the time. What is the message that I'm hearing in your talk? What if this fails? What if this fails? What if that fails? Why are you talking about this fails, this fails? Why can't you say, what if this succeeds? Can you ask this question to yourself? What if I get the answer? Then what will happen? What if I do well? Think this way also. Correct? So there is always that possibility open. You are not open to that possibility at all. Please do not keep yourself available only to negativity all the time. You are not facing the wall all the time. When you face a wall, everything appears stiff. Take a U-turn. Turn, and there is open space available. Remember that. An anxious mind always thinks of the worst. So when your mind starts doing this, just tap yourself and say, oh my God, what are you doing? Correct? Relaxation does not take time. Please, right now we spent 10, 15 minutes each for these techniques because I wanted you to experience them. When you train yourself, I gave you the example of switching on the light, right? How much time does it take? If you switch on the light for the darkness to disappear, it doesn't take time. It's the same way at will. If you are able to relax, you are relaxed. When you are relaxed, you are not tense. And when you're tense, you're not relaxed. It's opposite. So remember not to keep giving negative messages and constantly doubting yourself. Stop doing that. Just say stop. Red signal. It has to be stop. And then relax. So don't think that you need to put on music and then relax for 15 minutes. It's not that. In the exams, you can't do that. All you need to do is to learn to stay relaxed and use that experience to actually relax at the time of exams. Okay?
Give yourself positive thoughts, beta. Every time if you think negative, you're going to be inviting a lot of negativity around you. So just give yourself positive talks. Say, I have read it, I have done it, I have confidence in myself, and I will be able to do well. Even studies have shown that if you have revised your portion at least 3 times, or if you have read the textbook from start to end at least 3 times, the things will come back to you. Even if you feel that, no, I do not know anything. When you start writing in exams, the things will come back to you.
And
So,
one more thing, unfortunately, our system is such that we are only taught to by heart stuff.
yes.
We learn by reading, by seeing, by hearing. So I would even suggest, while you know best. I mean, there are some good auditory learners. Some people are visual learners. So what are you? If you are a visual learner, use a lot of visual material to prepare your stuff. If you are an auditory learner, then maybe you could record stuff on the mobile and hear it every day rather than taking a book and looking at it. You may not be good at that. If you are a better auditory learner, use a lot of auditory information. Correct? So use your own, your own learning style. That's also another important thing.
Great. Absolutely. Children, please stop stressing yourself out. It's exam time. Do your best. Tell yourself, I'm the best. I know everything and I am going to do the best. Maybe you'll not be able to do 100%. Maybe you'll be able to do 80%, but nothing is the end of the life. Everything is okay as long as you put in your best efforts. Then marks there's a lot of thing called as a luck. There is something called as examiner's mood. There is something called as the paper checker's mood. So, many of the factors are going to come into play when you get your final marks in hand. All you can do at your end is prepare your best, stay positive, and stop worrying about what is going to happen, what not, if not. Stop worrying about that. We have got Kasturi Pevekar. She wants to ask a question. Kasturi Pevekar.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, just wait, Darsh. I'll invite you to ask your question. Kasturi Pevekar first.
Yes. Can you hear me all?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, Dr. Manoj, thank you for a wonderful session about the teenage stresses that are most of us are going on. My question was related to sleeping pattern vis-a-vis the teenager stress. So, if a teenager, for example, is sleeping a lot, would it intend that perhaps there's a lot of overthinking and a lot of stress going on in the mind, which is why the teenager has to put up, say, 8 hours plus sleep? And how do we tackle this? Thank you.
Okay. Now, let us understand one thing, that the need for sleep in adolescence is higher as compared to adults. Okay. So this is a phase where the body is undergoing changes and they need more sleep, number one. Two, if they are stressed out too much, the brain is fatigued all the time, then maybe in order to relax, the body resorts to sleeping measure. So sleep is actually a good restorative measure. All what that you read, all that you study gets processed during sleep. Remember that. So the brain organizes all the files of the computer when you're sleeping. So sleep is not bad. In fact, sleep is good. If it is an escape mechanism, then you will understand by talking to the teenager, whether the teenager is it avoidance or is it a need? That's what needs to be differentiated. Okay.
Understand. Thank you so much.
Darsh, please ask your question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, so my name is Alpa. I'm Darsh's mom.
Yeah.
The question I have, Doctor, is that the one problem that a lot of teenagers are facing post the pandemic is the gaming addiction.
Correct.
Because they have not gone outside and they have not had any social interaction. They have now, playing has become synonymous with gaming. You know, the whole idea of playing has kind of got shadowed. Now, as they are resuming school, there is a period of withdrawal where they are not gaming and they are now getting back to social interactions. Could you help us? Yes, we have read enough answers on this, but could you help us with some actual techniques to help in the process of de-addiction while they are withdrawing from that, and then how to transition them out into better social interaction?
So improving physical activity is important.
Yeah.
What these games give them is the dopamine rush, you know, pleasure seeking, gratification. The same gratification one can get with intense physical exercise. So running, jogging, dancing, any intense physical exercise will definitely help. And slowly, see, because I've seen, I mean, right now we are seeing in our clinics all the time these same kinds of difficulties, that children have been on games and withdrawals are very difficult. But I'm sure with a proper eating time schedule, sleeping time schedule, and exercise being added, the withdrawals become much smoother. Very few times I have needed to use medication for it. Otherwise, lifestyle modification itself. Yeah.
So for you, this is a special announcement that next on 27th of March, Sunday, we have another session on mobile addiction in children.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you can just join us for that session. And again, that session will run live on YouTube also. So in case you're unable to join on Zoom, you can join us on the YouTube. So I invite Galaxy A30. I can see that is the last question over here. Galaxy A30, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good morning, good afternoon, ma'am. I am Nuseba Golandaz. I want to ask another question.
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
I want to ask that my mother has now gone to doctor and check up her. If she takes tension, she will be ill. After going to the doctor, then also if she'll take tension, the medicines which she take is not used to her. It's not benefit to her. That I want to ask.
Okay, see, I will not be able to answer this question fully because I have not seen your mother. Okay, number one. But what needs to be done is your mother probably needs to see somebody who's a professional, maybe a psychiatrist, maybe a counselor, and follow up very regularly. Or maybe with the help of your family physician, you could, the family physician probably is the best person to guide you into what needs to be done in such cases. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Normally, usually a good follow-up, a good diagnosis, follow-up, treatment.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, my mother was telling that she wants to meet you in a private, means she wants to take your appointment and meet you.
Yes, what you can do is if you want to meet Dr. Patavdekar, you can send me a message on my mobile number, that is 9819018000. You can put a message and I will send Dr. Patavdekar's details to you with his permission. I'll send you his clinic address where you can take appointment. Yeah. Okay. So Ajay Saha sir, you had raised your hand and then you had lowered it. So would you like to please say something? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. In fact, I was watching and suddenly maybe I got over enthusiastic and I might put the finger on the wrong place. But anyway, it happens and it took me time to lower my hand. Anyway, I think it's a wonderful session that you are doing. And with Dr. Patavdekar telling us all about, exams and all that, it has put me back in my, in my days when I used to have tension, but I had one big outlet. I was a sportsman. So whenever I had any tension, I would think of those wonderful days I had on the field and the tension used to just go away. So I think what I can say may not be psychiatrically proved, but if you had tensed, think of your best days. You have a song actually. Those are few of my favorite things. So think of your favorite things, and you will forget your tension. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining us. Sir, there is a question in the chat box, which is, I think, the last questions that we are seeing. What to do if you are confident in yourself, but your peers or parents stress you out even when you try to stay calm?
Correct. Now, go to your hara. We practice the hara technique. So this is the cyclone that is around you. That's what I was referring to. So much turmoil. And actually, fear of exams is not fear of exams. Fear of exams is fear of getting low marks. It's not even fear of getting low marks. It's fear of getting low marks. Fear of what people might say if you get low marks.
Yes.
So all exam related fear is really social fear. What has the society got to do with what you do in your life? I always used to ask this question, and I used to resent people asking me this. How many marks did you get? What will you what? Nothing doing. It's none of your business. Don't have to say it to them. Don't be rude to them. Say it to yourself. I have nothing to do with this. It's my life. I know what I want in life, and I'm going to do my best. And you can do only your best, right? You can't always be the best, but you can always strive to do your best, compete with yourself, not with other people. Bring your focus from others to yourself. And in the present moment, the best way to do that is to focus on your breath, to focus on your body, to focus on your hara. Stay centered within yourself. However much there is a cyclone moving with any high speed, you remain centered, and it's a process. Come on, you can't learn it overnight. So
absolutely. So very well said.
Learning it. Okay?
Yes.
I'm
So
sure
bring positivity in your life. Amongst all the negativities, bring positivity in your life and stay focused and stay positive. So that is what sir is trying to tell you, that you can work upon yourself. You cannot work upon your surroundings. So do try to work upon yourself. I have Dr. Jyoti Chedgupkar. Dr. Jyoti, please ask your question.
Yes, thank you very much, Vatodekar sir, for a wonderful session you have conducted, which will be definitely helpful for all the children. My question is about Viva. Can we have some small tip about while facing Viva? Because children really, they get frightened when they see the external person asking them something. And secondly, second question is, sir, will it help आपण जे नामस्मरण म्हणतो, will it help while doing all these relaxation work?
Yeah, well, there are different techniques, millions of techniques to relax. Namasmaran can be one of them, yoga can be, so whatever you are comfortable with. I do not advocate a particular thing only. Okay.
Yes.
Number one. Secondly, we're talking about facing Viva. Again, what are the thoughts that you have? The examiner is going to eat me up, shoot me up. The examiner will shout at me, scream at me, mock at me. What I would suggest is take a mock Viva with somebody. Practice that. And during the Viva, again, you be with your hara. This is not impossible to practice. Be with your hara while you talk. You can do it right now, Jyoti ma'am. You're talking to me, say something, focus your attention on your hara right now. And just say whatever you want to talk, half a minute. Be with your hara and then talk.
So you have done well. You connected the children with no anxiety. Thank you, sir.
So, is it possible to
Yes,
focus
sir.
your attention inside the hara and talk?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Practice
sir.
this. It's
Yes.
another thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
The most important aspect of facing Viva is somewhere, there are children who have stage fear. There are children who have fear in facing others. And more often than not, there are children who come out of the Viva hall and then they give all sorts of advices to the children who are going to be entering the Viva hall. Or we used to have it like in our medical exam, somebody going in for the Viva and somebody who's read too much, they would talk about something which you have never heard in your clinical life. And it's all the syndromes which are sitting there in the corner, which nobody has paid ever attention to. Those are asked. Stay away. Again, these are negativities. These are thoughts which come in your mind. They are there only to divert your attention.
So it's a cyclone.
Yes. So stay away from negative thoughts. Absolutely.
The center of the cyclone is undisturbed. If you, I want to be at the center of the cyclone. I don't want to be at the periphery. Remember that. Always.
Just a few hours before exam, they just need to sit calm. They just need to look in the mirror and be positive and say, I can do it. Practice the relaxation techniques, which is just shown by Vatodekar sir. And as you, sir, rightly said, there are so many of them. These are just a few which sir has shown us. They're simple. They're easy to do. They can be done anywhere. They do not really need anything. So just stay focused. Just stay positive. Say, I can do it. I'm going to stay away from negativity because I cannot do anything about the surrounding, but I can do something about myself. And what I do about myself is the only thing which is going to affect my performance. And so I'm not going to allow anything else to affect my performance. And you will do your best, children. All of you have been prepared for your exams. It's just the fear, the stress, the tension, which is not allowing you to perform at your best. So just let go of these things and do what best you can. And as sir rightly said, you do not have to compete with anybody. Just see if my level of performance is, something I feel that I could have studied better and I could have got 98%, then yes, put in those efforts and see to it that in your next exam, you are achieving that. But if you feel that, no, my level of understanding is this, and for me, 60% is good enough, you are going to be competing only with yourself and you're not going to be competing with anybody else. So just focus and be good and be positive. So I think with this, we can come to the closure of this session. And Vatodekar sir, I cannot thank you enough. You have been so positive. Again, sir, we have got a question. Again, this is stress which is speaking and anxiety which is speaking. He gets nausea and restless before the exam. So please do advise her, because this is painful to see children suffering from so much stress and anxiety. And of course, lack of sleeping and excessive sleeping. I mean, both are some things which can come in with stress. So, sir, please do help them.
See, remember one thing. As a last message, I would summarize saying that exams are an important part of your life, but they are a part of your life. They're important, but a part of your life. They cannot devour, swallow the entire life of yours. So focus on life, focus on lifestyle. So keep your sleep times, meal times in order. If you sleep on time, wake up on time, exercise on time, relax on time, have planned breaks, decide what you want to do in the breaks and do that, you will do well. This is very, very important. Don't blow out exams out of proportion. Okay? Don't make them larger than life. They cannot be. They cannot be. Haven't we seen some people not do well in one exam and succeed in the next? It's possible. When one door closes, the other opens. It's possible. So just trust life as a whole. It's not the end of life. Getting low marks is not the end of life. Remember that, please. There is still opportunities, still more doors. Trust yourself. Correct? And if you remember this, then probably everything falls in its place. So look at it as a larger picture, not exam, not one subject, not one exam, not one question. Don't narrow your focus. You need to look at life as a whole. That's why we did this, na? We saw the sky expanding from our heart outside. That's you. then exam is just a cloud which comes and goes.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just a small hurdle in your life. Cross it and move ahead. That's it. And life is big, life is beautiful, life has got too many opportunities for you. Even if you may, find this hurdle a little bit difficult, put in a little bit of effort, cross this hurdle, move ahead, and there are n number of opportunities waiting for you. And always remember, there are a lot of people you can speak to. There are anxiety, depression, how much ever you may relax, anxiety and depression are real things. In case you are feeling too anxious, you are feeling too depressed, if it is affecting your physical health, if you are not able to control it, get rid of it. Please do seek help from a specialist, because they can be taken care of and there are people who can help you. So you are not alone. You are there with somebody is always available to help you. So please do seek help and move ahead in life. So with this, we definitely come to the end of this session. And Bhatodekar sir, thank you so much for so calmly answering so many questions and making the things so easily understandable to everybody. Before I thank sir and present him with the e-certificate for today's session, I'll just make an announcement for our next sessions. As I said, that on 27th of March, Sunday, we have a session on mobile addiction in children, which will be taken by Dr. Prashant Karya. On 3rd of April, we have a career guidance webinar, that is Career Ki Disha, where we will be inviting specialists to speak upon from the Disha Counseling Center. We'll be inviting them to speak upon the various career opportunities which are available in all the 3 different streams, that is arts, commerce and science, after 10th and after 12th. So please do join us for both the sessions. They will be at 11 o'clock on Sundays. If you get the Zoom link through somebody, well and good. If you do not, you can always join us on the YouTube channel. So with this, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm very happy to present this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Bhatodekar sir.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am.
Yes. So
And
the certificate of gratitude, yes, is presented to Dr.
My sincere thanks to you. You are doing a lot of preventive work in mental health. I must say that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
If
so
these
much.
programs reduce the number of patients coming to us, I'll be very, very happy.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So with this, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So we thank Dr. Manoj Bhatodekar for giving us expert guidance on stress management and relaxation techniques during the community guidance webinar Bust Your Stress, Learn to Relax, organized by MPH and spiritual committees, IMA Maharashtra State, on Sunday, 13 March 22 under the Teen Talk series. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful Sunday morning. And we look forward to seeing you in our next sessions. So till then, goodbye to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
Yes, and best wishes to everyone for the exams.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Leave the meeting.